Very difficult to get over the hurt. Who are we talking about from the senior royal who has revealed for the first time to a very close source the difficulties that she's encountered over the last 18 months? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. Very hay feverish today. Can't complain, can we? Lovely weather, but you know, with everything, we have to, well look, we're British, you know. I'm British, we complain about everything. Cold, warm, inclement weather, slippy, you know. It's part of our DNA, you know. But hay fever is terrible. For those that are suffering or do suffer with it, you know, you do have my sympathies, because people think you're really in tears, don't they, all the time? I just have one eye that runs. Has anybody else got that? So annoying, isn't it? You know, because what's wrong with it? Nothing. And then they're sort of looking at you and you think, oh, I wish this eye would stop running. Particularly when you're on TV, you know, not a good look. But as ever, back to your breaking royal story of the day. Story, of course, is very difficult because really it all centres on families, and when families do fall out, it impacts on everybody, doesn't it? You know, I mean, certain sides talk to one side, then they don't talk to the other, then they find they gossip, that sort of stuff. But when you are a member of the British monarchy, your life is laid bare across tabloid pages, and that's really what's happened, and you know, basically been found out for the senior members of the British monarchy, including William and Catherine. If you cast your mind back, of course, to that infamous interview with Meghan and Harry and Oprah Winfrey, how hurtful must that have been when Meghan basically recited a story about, in fact, a story that she was upset that wasn't corrected in the press because it wasn't her that made her cry, it was the other way round. But then of course she did have the good grace to say that Catherine indeed was a good person. A very wise move, I would have thought, by Meghan and her team. But now fast forward and we can tell you basically from a very, very close source that, you know, Catherine has really been impacted hard by this. As we saw at the funeral of the late Duke of Edinburgh, she tried her very best to try and cement some kind of relationship between William and Harry, very cleverly sidestepping, as only women can, to try and cement something where they get talking again. Sadly, that really didn't work because, as we know, Prince William is very, very angry with his younger brother for the continued, what he sees, betrayal of the family. And as ever, we have to say allegedly, but it's laid bare, isn't it? Time and time again, seemingly he has things to say that really do impact, and we can only wonder what possibly he will have to say in his forthcoming book. But the difficulties really that now ensue, as I've said, is that Catherine herself has said it's been difficult for Prince William because, of course, she wants to protect him, look after him, nurture him. But she's the mother of three also, you know, and she's a busy lady. And the bigger problem is that she can't see any end in sight to this, you know. She didn't bank on this battle ongoing between the two brothers. She saw very much a cemented friendship, if you remember the heads together thing, you know. They all looked so happy and contented. And really it looked like it was going to be a fabulous dynamic moving forward, even after Prince Harry had got married. And then of course we saw the cracks developing. According to that good source, she remains optimistic, but as ever does believe that while the brothers at some point will cement some kind of relationship back, she does feel, and as ever, again we have to say allegedly, that it will never be as strong as it previously was before. What a sad state of affairs, and for anybody over this particular Easter period going through family troubles, you do have my sympathy. But as I say, the royal family are simply no different to any other family. The only difference is that their troubles are plastered all over the media. And as I say, for Catherine and William, it must be very difficult to wonder exactly where all this went so tragically wrong. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.